Kelly here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you the advent calendar I am making for my kids. And I'm going to show you the supplies I use, the thought process that goes into planning it, and then I'm going to have a little bit of play with making some of the numbered tags that are going to go on the individual items. So let me go ahead and first walk you through kind of how I plan out the advent calendar and the process. Okay, so this is my December planner. This is a traveler's notebook, and inside I have my December planner, and then I keep other things in here like stamps for Christmas cards. Anytime I get one of these little coupons or anything like this from Target or anywhere else that I'm going to shop over the Christmas season, I'll tuck that in here, and any other things, notes that I want to keep track of. So I have a video that I do a full walkthrough of this planner, and it's also available as a free download printable. So I will link that video here for you to check out. But this is my December documented planner. So I have just started working in it. I have gone ahead and made our December calendar. Now it only does go through Christmas basically, because after that most people aren't going to be using this type of a planner for anything other than December daily or getting through the holiday season. And I just pop the other numbers of the rest of the month all the way into January 2nd, just at the bottom, so I have it at a glance. But why I'm bringing this to your attention is because this is where I also keep my advent calendar. So most years I have to go through and I have to put in our family calendar because we have activities that we're going to do, and often I have to move those activities around and kind of play this little game of moving and switching things. And I need to keep track of what's where, so that if, for example, my daughter's basketball practice gets switched from a Tuesday to a Thursday, and on Thursday night we were going to have game night, now I need to swap game night with a treat or something else. And then so this starts getting kind of scribbly and looks like a mess by the time we get through December. This year will probably be different because we have nothing on the calendar that will likely get rescheduled. So that really opened up a lot of opportunity for me to come up with activities, and I think that they will all pretty much stick. But I have a system to this. So my kids' advent calendar, we do a treat, a little gift, which sometimes can be a treat, and an activity. So I go through and I figure out exactly what all of that's going to look like. So I usually start with just a scratch list. I know the activities we're going to do. We pretty much stick to the same ones every year. Some might change, but we know what we usually like to do during the Christmas season. I stock up on some gifts. These are typically smaller things that you would think of in like a stocking stuffer or even maybe smaller. And then I will usually buy some treats to fill in. So the way I work this list into my calendar is I plug in the activities first, then I plug in the gifts, and then treats get filled in. So that's how I work that. So I have gone ahead and I've put that all into my calendar here. And I also have to work in with a couple of weekends that my husband and I are both gone. So I'm always gone the first weekend of the month. And usually he has to pick up the slack on some of the events we have going on. And then he usually goes ice fishing. And so this year he's going to be gone for a weekend. So I don't want to plug in any activities when he's gone, and I don't want to make him do any activities when I'm gone. So I usually try to make sure that those weekends are going to be treats or little gifts, and then all the activities fall in on other nights that we're going to be available. So those are typically going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and some Fridays for us, and maybe a Saturday depending on the year. This year we have nothing going on Saturdays. We have no Christmas parties, we have no school functions, we have no basketball tournaments, we have nothing. I gotta admit, I'm pretty excited about that. So we also have our wedding anniversary is in December, so I usually have to plan around that. And we have a house group that we attend with our church on Wednesday nights. We're doing that all on Zoom this year. So again, not leaving the house, not going anywhere. So that made this process a lot easier. So that's how I work in what we're going to be doing when we're going to be doing it, what the girls are going to get. Now let me show you what it looks like when they are going to have an activity night. So I don't always wrap something to stick into the little cubby for activity night. I usually have a little slip of paper. This year I created these little activity cards, and these are also a free printable that you can nab yourself. These are completely editable. So everywhere here where you see this type, this is actually completely open space for you to edit. And I've given you quite a bit of space. As you can see, there's about 4 lines that you can go ahead and type into, and there's the 4 different little characters. So for us, I have created these activity cards. Now with this, I've also created a few other printables for you. It's a complete bundle. So I'll show you guys that. Oh, this is not part of that. And these kind of all fit in with my activity thing. So I was creating them anyways, so I thought I would just go ahead and share them with you guys. So one of our family events is a movie night. And so for that, I will just have a package of microwave popcorn, and then this you can print and cut out and wrap around the microwave popcorn. I also created a couple of little wish lists for my daughter. My youngest is 2.5. She won't be writing on this, but my oldest is 10.5. And I have created these little wish lists that she can write out her little Christmas wish list on. So I've included that in the bundle. And then I've also included these letters to Santa. These are actually printables that I created for my daughter's school for an event that they have, but won't be having that this year. So I gave it a little update, and I've gone ahead and included it in with the printables for you guys. So again, you can go ahead and find the link below and print them. Please know these are for your personal use, not to be shared or distributed. I would appreciate that, please. And I would really love it if you guys print these and use these and put them on social media. Tag me. I would love to see what you're doing with them. It would be so fun to see how you're incorporating something like this into your holiday season. Okay, so moving on from this part, let me show you some of the things that are actually going into the girls' advent calendar this year and how I'm going to make this all work. First up, I'm going to share with you the activities that we're going to be doing. So I will go through each of these activity cards and then show you what pairs up with them. So first off, we have, let's go look at holiday lights and drink hot cocoa. So from the Dollar Tree, I picked up these little cups so the girls can use those when we go look at lights. And I also printed out this map from the light tour that we're going to do. Usually we go around and just look at a few houses around the area with the music. But this year we're going to do this event. This is a whole entire light tour that is at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. So this is a special treat. The girls are going to love it. It also happens to be our wedding anniversary that night. And since we can't go out to eat or go on a date or do anything, we figured this would be a fun event for us to do. So I will include this little map with the cups for the girls to open up on that day. Next I have, it's time to write your letters and visit with Santa. So I have the printable here, this letter to Santa that they can both write out. Gwen usually helps Lily, so that'll be helpful. So we'll get those written up, and then we're actually going to go to an outdoor event that night with my best friend and her family. We're going to go to this whole entire light show, again, another light thing that you walk through, and then we've rented this little tiny cabin, and as long as the pandemic allows for this, as of right now, the plan is that we've rented this little s'mores cabin. So we'll get a s'mores kit, and then Santa will actually come and visit with us for about 10 minutes. So all the girls will get an opportunity to visit with him, which I'm thrilled about because usually the girls get to see Santa at my daughter's school event. And since that's been canceled, we never do the mall Santa thing. So this, I hope, will be a good alternative. So we're going to do that. So that's what they'll get to open on that day. Next I have, let's have a family coloring night. We usually do this together, and so this year I bought them a new coloring book that we'll be able to pull some pictures out of. I got this from the Target dollar spot, and I think it was $3. No, that's $3. It was $3. So this will last us a couple of Christmas, as long as it gets tucked away and not put in with the regular coloring books. But it's just a fun little extra thing to have to do some coloring in a Christmas coloring book. So we'll do that one night. Next we have Who's Going to Win? It's time for family game night. So my daughter loves to play the game of life. So on that night, we'll pull out the game of life. We'll probably order pizza that night and make it kind of a fun game night. And that day they'll just open up the little card. Next I have Let's Cuddle Up and Read a Few New Christmas Books. So every year I like to add new Christmas books to the collection. So for this year I have All of the Other Reindeer and I Saw Santa in Minnesota. So the girls will get to have new books that night. So that'll be a fun treat for them. Next I have Let's Get Creative and Have a Family Painting Night. So I picked up these little ornament sets from Target. Yes, Target Dollar Spot. And I thought they would be really fun. Very simple. I thought Lily can splatter some paint around. Gwen will really like spending some time on it. I have a few other things that we can pull out from previous years so we can all enjoy the craft of painting. So we'll just have a good evening that night of just painting up some stuff. And it's always one of my favorite things that we do as a family together. Next one says, get the popcorn ready. Let's have a family movie night. And as I shared, I will just give them a microwave popcorn to unwrap. And again, I have this printable, so I'll just trim this out and wrap the printable right around the microwave popcorn just so it's a little more festive than just some random popcorn package. But then they will be able to have popcorn that night, and we'll probably have M&Ms and make it a little fun. And then we'll let them pick out the Christmas movie we watch that evening. And finally, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I Declare a Snowball War. So this one kind of goes with activity and gift. So I found these at Target. I can't quite remember how much they were, but I want to say they were probably around $4.99, like $5. So I got 2 of them, and I thought as long as we have snow, it'd be really fun for us to go outside and make some snowballs and have a little snowball fight. Plus, these will get plenty of use with my daughter and her best friend. They love to play outside in the snow, so they'll enjoy having these. Now, if you live somewhere where you don't have snow or it doesn't happen to snow, there are a ton of really cool ideas you can find online for indoor snowball fights, or you can get creative if you're in a warm climate. You can get it creative and maybe make that a water balloon fight or whatever you do for warm climate Christmas. I don't know. I've never experienced one of those, but I'm sure you can come up with something. The beauty of these little cards is that they are completely editable, which makes it completely your own. You can put in there whatever works for you. Next up, I have the little gifts that the girls are going to get. So these are these little soft squishy plushies. I got these at the Dollar Tree for $1. My kids love stuffed animals. I hate them, but these I don't feel so bad about if they get misplaced after the holiday season and stuck in the Goodwill bin. But I know that they'll love them, and they're really, really soft. And again, $1. You can't really beat that. These kind of fall into the gift/treat category, but they're these like ring pop kind of suckers, but they have these cute little faces on them, Rudolph and Santa, so they'll each get one of those one of the days. This is a day where they're each going to get something a little different. So this is from the Target Dollar Spot. This is this Melty Beads kit. It's a penguin little keychain. My daughter loves to put this stuff on her backpack, so I know she'll enjoy making that. And then for Lily, the 2.5-year-old, she's getting these Baby Shark water changing color tablets for the bathtub. So bath time is one of her favorite things. So they'll each get a gift that day that will be fun for them. Next, who doesn't love a good old Pez dispenser? So they will each get their own Pez dispenser. I'm sure they'll fight over who gets which one. I should have bought 2 of the identical ones, but I did not. I will pay for that in the end. One of the days they're going to get socks. Lily will get 1 pair just because it's harder to find socks for her little feet that are fun and festive. So, and I don't think she'll care. So she'll get a pair of socks. And then my 10.5-year-old, she loves socks and she loves to wear mismatched. Drives me crazy. But I found these really cute, fun socks for her. So she'll get some socks. And then finally, I found these really cute little puffy stickers at Target in the greeting card aisle. There's 2 sheets of each. There's little critters, little food items, and then whatever these things are. things with sunglasses on. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be finding these well into February plastered on all kinds of things, but this will be nice because I could actually cut it up into multiple pieces, and I could spread this out further over the month, but I have enough things that this will just be something that goes into one day, or I might pull them apart and stick them in with little treats, just kind of as a bonus. And finally, these are the treats I'm going to include. I always find these from the Dollar Tree, the dollar store. So they're the little chocolate Santas and snowmen. These are a couple of larger Santas, peanut butter filled. I got these candy cane Tootsie Pops, and then some of these Crunch Bells. So these will get dispersed in the days where there's just treats. Like I said, maybe I'll include the little stickers. And I'm not really gonna go too crazy with the treats because I know that Santa will be bringing them all kinds of stuff in their stocking. So just a little treat every once in a while is perfect. Now let me talk about what's actually going to be the vehicle for this advent calendar. Here's what I'm gonna do this year. I actually purchased one of these clear pocketed shoe holders, shoe organizers. I got this on Amazon, and I'll be sure to link these things below that I can. So this holds 24 pockets, 24 pairs of shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. It came with little hangers that go over the door, so that'll be what everything sits in. And then I'm going to try to use as many of these as possible. I have a few other little treat bags and different things that I can use, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to get away with using these white lunch bags. These I got from Walmart, really inexpensive. I think it was less than $5 for a bag of 50. So it's not going to be pretty. They don't fit perfectly inside these pockets. They're going to get a little smushed up, and I'm okay with that. So that's how I'm going to try to get most of the things into here. And here's how I'm going to number them. I had a little bit of a playtime today, and I was experimenting with stamping off different numbers and different things. Don't mind this. I was trying to understand how this little buffalo check stamp goes. Clearly, I had no idea. And then I kind of figured it out. So, well, let's just pretend we don't see that little mess there. We'll get rid of that. But these are the different numbers that I kind of played around with. And then I also just took it a little further and just played around with creating tags. So I think this is what I'm going to go with. I've decided I'm going to go with 3 colors, the green, the red, and the black. I honestly don't know where I'm hanging this yet. So I think that these colors will work well with wherever this thing decides to live. I've grabbed some paper clips. I've got some gold paper clips here that I might use, or depending on what it is, I might just staple them right to the bag. And that's kind of my plan for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. And I'm gonna put the process of me creating the tags and kind of putting everything together into a separate video, so that if you're interested in seeing how this creative part comes together, I will have another video for you to check out, a part 2. If you got everything you needed out of just kind of seeing what I'm using, how I'm filling the bags, and get you kind of brainstorming on how you can put this together, then I think you've gotten probably everything you need. I would love for you to check out my other video, of course, but for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Don't forget to check out the links below of all those free printables. And again, if you create something and want to tag me, I would love to see what you're up to, and all that information is down below. So once again, friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really greatly appreciate you spending your time checking out my videos. If you like this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that. And then finally, don't forget to hit that little bell so you're getting notifications of new videos when they're posted. Thanks again, friends, and I'll see you next time.